Hey, this is Jackie Hodges. Welcome to the channel where I encourage you to love the skin that you're in. I'm excited for our tutorial today because it is very specific. I had one of my clients reach out to me for some skincare products, but she also asked me for some suggestions on some new colors that she wanted to try. Let's get started. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, well, I'll show you the palette. So we're gonna use these shades right here. This is Crystalline, Hazelnut, and Cinnabar. Can you see that snow out there? It's really snowing here in southern Indiana. Let me go ahead and put this on. So this is eyeshadow primer. All right, this is eyeshadow primer. And I always wear eyeshadow primer on my eyelids when I'm wearing powder eyeshadows. And so what it does is it just absorbs, it gives your eyelid a really even palette for the colors to grab onto. It also helps the colors stay looking vibrant and fresher longer and keep from creasing. So that is what eyeshadow primer does. And so I'm gonna put that on and just let that set for just a minute. So I'm letting that set. And so let me show you the tools that we're gonna use. Now, I will tell you that after putting these colors together, and so this is my highlight and contour that I use sometimes. These are the colors that my client has. This is called Shy Blush. And so Shy Blush is usually a blush that I recommend for just about anybody that just wants to try a blush. It's a really nice neutral blush. When I put it together inside this palette, I'm wondering if it might be a little too peachy for my client. And so as we're doing this look together, she's gonna receive the link to this YouTube video. And so this is gonna be a walkthrough for her to be able to use this. And so also I'll be able to know if we maybe need to make an exchange of products. One thing that's amazing about my favorite brand is that it's backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you ever get a shade or a skincare type or a formula of product and we think it's the right one, and then it's just not the right one, you're not stuck with it. Do you have that makeup graveyard drawer where you've thrown products in that are just like the ones you thought you would use and then you didn't love them, or it made your skin too oily, or it made your skin too dry, or you used it for a couple minutes and then it just wasn't your thing anymore? That's happened to me before, and it has happened to my clients. But with my favorite brand of Mary Kay, that never happens because we have 100% satisfaction guarantee in our product. So if you ever get a product and you don't love it, it's okay. I'll find you a product that you do love. And so to my client who purchased this palette, when I'm looking at this, I'm wondering, does she love it? And so that's a question that I know as I follow up and I consult more with her, I'm gonna wanna ask her. All right, so let's talk about the tool. And this is an all over color brush. If you're gonna wear eye makeup, you wanna have the right tools. And so this all over color brush is the right tool. So I'm gonna start with Crystalline. And I'm gonna put this on my entire eyelid. This is a very light color with just a little bit of sheen to it. I love an eyeshadow with a sheen, not sparkle, not shimmer, but sheen, because sheen makes all ages of eyes look beautiful. Any age can wear a sheen. Some people might disagree, but I believe that any age can wear a sheen. So I'm just patting that in and rubbing that in on my whole eyelid, all right? And that's really nice just to wear by itself. And my client has a skin tone that's similar to mine, so she could just wear that by itself if she just wanted something kind of like done, but not too much, all right? So the next thing that we're gonna do though, we're gonna use a crease brush, okay? I was gonna say this is my favorite brush, but it might not be my favorite brush. I like another brush too. But anyway, a crease brush is a brush that you're gonna use in the crease of your eye, okay? And so the color we're gonna use for that is Hazelnut. And so we're just gonna create, I'm making a video. Hello people, sometimes they don't know what's happening. I didn't tell them I was gonna be making a video. I love being able to do this for my work and have my people on the other side of that door. Okay, so see how I kind of sculpted on my, what bone is this? I want to say occipital. This bone right here is your occipital. Anyway, this eye socket right in this area, this brush, or any kind of a pointed brush, if you have this Smudger brush, you could probably use it for that too. You kind of just draw right along that brow bone. Okay, and then that just creates a little lift there and a little depth. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So when I first apply it as an angled brush. And on this eye, you're like, Jackie, we know. Put it above because of your eye that's wrinkled. Okay, if this is your first time watching, welcome to my wrinkled eye. Okay, so I have a hooded eye. This is a thing. If you are a maturing woman, and if you're watching this video, you're probably a maturing woman, because a teeny bopper or a 25-year-old is not going to watch my videos, because I have maturing skin and I talk about aging and maturing skin and how to apply your makeup so it looks becoming on beautifully aging skin, and how much I love having my kids on the other side of the door. So I'm thinking if you're watching this video, you quite possibly have maturing skin around your eyes. And so what you can do is you can create the illusion of a lift, and that is what I do on this eye over here. Okay, so if we use this, it's called a crease brush. If depending on how your eyes are shaped is going to depend on exactly where you put this. If your creases are not, like if you could put color in the crease of your eye and still see it, then apply it there. But if the skin is starting to fold on your brow bone area and it's starting to come down a bit, then you're going to want to go up a little bit higher. And so you're not going to use it in the crease. And that is exactly what I'm doing here. So I go up a little bit higher. This is a really, really perfect neutral, like darker, like for me, it is darker than skin tone. But it's not so dark that it needs a lot of blending or working with. And so it's a perfect learning color. It's called Hazelnut, and I would call it a learning color. And so if you want to just take your, maybe you're just learning how to, or want to do your makeup, then Hazelnut is the perfect color. And so you can tell that I've just blended it. Maybe I said it didn't take a lot of blending, but it does. I mean, you can tell that I just keep kind of going back over it so that it looks very soft. Now, if you wanted to stop there, this is a really nice daytime. You could go just like this, or if you wanted to amp it up, like if it was a really more special occasion, it was a hot date night or a wedding or just something you just wanted to look a little more glam, then you're gonna take a smudger brush. I really, really love the Smudger Brush. Sometimes I forget if I'm supposed to look here or here on my camera. So if you're like, where is she looking at? That's why sometimes I forget. Okay, so this is Cinnabar. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna take it like this. I'm gonna pat it like nose down, tip down. And then I just pat, 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 pat. And you can always put it on darker, but first start light. So start it light at first, because you can go back in and that's a nice up the nose shot. Put it on darker. Okay. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and to share and to like and ask me questions in the comments. I read every single comment and question and remark. And I mean, actually, if it's a nasty comment, I delete it and I don't pay any attention to it, but I've only got that twice. So, anyway, so you just pat that in like this. Pat, 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 pat. This is so pretty. I haven't worn these colors together in a while. And then pat, 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 pat. And you have to say that too. Pat, pat. You don't really want to see them. And if you wanted more, you could, let me give it a little bit more. Just so here's one way. But then if you wanted it to be even a little bolder, you could just go in just a little bit farther. Okay. Another up the nose shot. I keep forgetting about that. And that darkened it up and added a little more. And another thing to keep in mind, if you ever need to, if you get it too dark, you can always take your crystalline, or if you just feel like it needs like a transition, you can take your crystalline and go back in that like this and blend it so that it looks a little smoother going across. Now, one thing that I know my client is trying now is eyeliner. There's pencil eyeliners or like the twist up kind of eyeliners. I like a black liquid eyeliner pen, but the mechanics are the same on how you would do this, okay? So you're gonna do really short, small strokes right at the base of your eye. I already had mascara on for today before we started this video. Okay, that got a little bolder than what I was expecting it to. And so if that happens, or if you get like, it gets bumpy, the pencil eyeliners are a lot more forgiving than the liquid pen that I just used. But you can take your smudger brush and just, or whatever brush you have, and just go over it real gently with that darker eyeshadow that you have. Okay, and then do it on the other side. Same thing. Just little short strokes right up against your lash line. And I start in the middle and then go back and connect. Like that. There. And I'm not a huge proponent for myself to wear eyeliner on the bottom. I'm just not really a bottom eyeliner girl. But if I wanted to do something, I would take a dark eyeshadow and I would just smudge it just a little bit like this. So I just use the Cinnabar that we put on up above. There is no wrong. You can do eyeliner on the bottom if you want to. I don't. I just don't like it for me on just like on a normal look. If I'm going really glam, I might. But I do like a little powder smudged there. And, or if you want to use your eyeliner on the bottom, you could just like do it like halfway across. Don't do a solid line on the top and a solid line on the bottom, because then that makes your eyes look really small. All right, now let's try this blush out that I wasn't so sure about, okay? This is just a cheek color brush. It's a perfect contour to your cheeks. It really is a really, really nice brush. And then I just kind of, oh, I am good. I'm glad that I picked this color for my client. It's so pretty. I was just second guessing myself. It's a brand new one in this compact, and it was looking really bright, but I can tell, I mean, it could get really bright, but with a really light hand. So just be really light-handed. If you're not used to wearing blush anyway, you just be really light-handed when you're applying it, and it will be fabulous. Okay. Isn't that so pretty? That's pretty. I'm so glad that my special lady asked for some advice and some tips on that look. So what do you think? Would you ever wear these colors yourself? Would you, Was there anything that you learned new that you didn't already know? Or would you ever wear this color pattern? Like, are you a neutral? Are you more of pinks and berries? Or are you, what would be another, purples? So let me ask you that. Are you a neutral? Are you pinks and berries? Or are you more purples? So that would be fun. Drop that in the comments and let me know. Remember, I read all the comments and I love to comment back. If there's any questions that I can answer for you or any way that I can serve you with your own personal eye makeup look, or just like my client asked me to make a tutorial for her based on the color choices. If you have a color look that you would really love to wear, but you're not really sure how to wear it, let me know. And I would teach a tutorial just on that too. So thank you for watching. I love this little community that we're building here together. And I just love to encourage you to love the skin that you're in. If there's any way that I can serve you, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe because I want to give away a pair of my favorite small business owned earrings. Have a great day.